in the screen. Hare Krishna. Last line. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, what was yesterday's chapter? What is yesterday's chapter's name? Hare Krishna.
Karma Yoga, Mataji.
Karma Yoga.
Karma Yoga. Correct. What was second chapter?
Sankhya Yoga.
Sankhya Yoga. Correct. Very good. Nice, Mataji. So Sankhya Yoga is what? Sankhya means analyzing. So analyzing ability. What did we analyze? I am not this body. I am the soul. What are the characteristics of a soul? Mainly, it is eternal and it transcends from one body to another body at the time of death. So the soul carries the characteristics of a particular life, right? That means the jiva, when it leaves or transcends from one body to another, the jiva takes all the karma. Especially what is here karma is the desire. Whatever desire the jiva has, it carries. That is the reason we might be seeing, like whatever we did not want also sometime might happen. We will say, why it is happening? I never thought of so. Because it is there are 84 lakhs yonis. So it is how many yonis we have already taken? We don't know. And every desire, it is not necessary that the prarabdha karma, pala, will come in the next birth only. It is like bijam. Some of the karmas are in the form of seed. Some of the karmas are, it's recordment. I'm recording the system. Some of the karmas are in the form of already it has sprouted. Some of the karmas has already given its results. Understood? So we don't know which are the karmas are even, in the form of seed. That may come any time. So we might be wondering, in last class when Mataji asked, Mataji, one parent got a mentally retarded child. Why? They are very good. They have never done any sinful activities in their life. So we are carrying why we cannot. That is what the analysis. So in second chapter, Krishna tells very clearly that the soul carries all the vasana, it is known as. In a Sanskrit, it is actually kama vasana. That is a desire. Then, okay, why the desire comes? Because we all do karma. Why do we have to do? You tell me one thing. If you don't go to school, if you don't study well, how will you all be able to lead your life? So you need to do karma. What karma at this age you have to do? Go to school regularly, go to college regularly, study well, and perform your duties. That is in the age of brahmacharya. 4 ashrama yesterday I said brahmacharya, grahastha, vanaprastha, sannyasa. So what is the karma for a grahastha? To take care of his family, to take care of his children, wife, parents, children. So obviously, if he does not do karma, how can he take care of his family, etc.? It is not possible. So, third, when the same person reaches like beyond 40, 50, She has to learn to be detached. She has to learn. Detachment does not mean leave everybody, like Bharat Maharaj example we saw. Leave everybody and go to the forest. Then also there is a chance of falling down. So it does not leave everybody. Leave only the attachment to the karma. Sangatyaga, asanga. Get detached means action in inaction or inaction in action. Do action but be inactive. What does that mean? Give the karma pala, surrender the results under the lotus feet of Supreme Personality of Godhead. In that case, what happens? We are not bound by any sin. Even if in one of the chapter, Krishna tells, Apicheta duracharo bhajate mamananyabhak. What he says, even if my devotee commits any sin, it is my responsibility to fix him back. He does not have to worry. If he is a pure devotee, for whatsoever reason, if he does any impious activity, it's okay. I will fix him back. So we have to be only, what is the characteristic qualification we need? Be a pure devotee. So the word pure comes. What is pure here? Purification of our mind. Mind will get purified only when the bodily consent. And what we saw, first we saw the Annamaya Kosha. Annamaya Kosha is the bodily consent. Then comes the senses and life air. So one person who is able to control the bodily needs, obviously he will be able to control his senses. Say for example, kama. So many examples it is given. The worst desire is the kama, that is a sex desire. If a person is able to control that, all the desires will be taken care of by itself. So that means what? We are controlling bodily, but at the same time, exactly we are able to control our sense. So once we are able to go beyond these two stages, oh, then only we can control the mind. Manomaya kosha. So Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya. Instead, some sannyasis leaving all the work, renouncing all the work, they think that they have controlled their mind and they go to the forest. And what happens? I will tell one more word here. Try to understand. There are two types of Vairagya. Yukta Vairagya and Falgu Vairagya. Falgu Vairagya. What is Falgu? Why do we call it as Falgu? Falgu is a river. So Chila Prabhupada has compared this Vairagya to a river, which is Falgu river. What happens on the bed of the river? If you see in the afternoon, you will find that sand is dry. Isn't it? But when you start digging, you go more deep inside, you will find moisture in the same sand. Similarly, the sannyasis who have externally renounced their activities, deep in their mind, they have not detached. Deep in the mind, the kama vasana is still there, but they think they have controlled their senses and thus they have controlled their mind. Now you understand it is not possible. That is Falgu Vairagya. What is Yukta Vairagya? Totally we are detached. Detached means a devotee does not go to a forest, only keep chanting. No. What are the duties of a devotee? He first attends the Mangalarti. Sometimes even before that, before going to the temple, he tries to chant. Then he goes to the temple. What is a set? What is daily Nitya Karma for a devotee according to Srila Prabhupada? He has given us the standard rules of Nitya Karma. Go to temple, attend Mangalarti, attend Tulsi Arati, all put together. Then you chant there only. Then you attend Shringar Arati, Guru Arati. Then there is a class. Every day Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Every day there will be a short Bhagavatam class at 8:15 and that finishes between 9 and 9:15. Then the Prasadam. What a beautiful life. Now you tell me, has a devotee renounced his life? Has he given up all his activities? But what is he doing? He is engaging all his senses in service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is Yukta Vairagya. He is detached. How he is detached? He is not performing any activity for the pleasure of his senses. So he is detached from his sense gratification, but at the same time, he is attached. Detach, attach, detach, attach. If you try only to detach, the senses will be looking, oh, I have been pulled from here. Where am I supposed to go? It's that's not any direction. But at the same time, you detach from the material gratification and attach it in Krishna's service. So obviously, the mind is engaged here. Otherwise, there's a proverb what that idle mind is the devil's paradise. Idle mind is a devil's paradise. If the mind is not engaged, it will think of all sorts of nonsense. That is why we call as an idle mind. Is devil's paradise. Okay, so what are we supposed to do? We should not aim in controlling the mind, but today's yoga, transcendental. What is that? Transcendental knowledge. Jnana yoga. Yesterday we saw karma yoga. I already told you Krishna is teaching us from play home, UKG, LKG, right? Nursery. So first he told us, do action. In the beginning, if he says, don't do any action, nobody will come to Krishna consciousness. Nobody. They will think, why in the God has given us eyes? Why the God has given us hands, ears, nose? After giving everything, if you tell don't do anything, it doesn't make any sense. Is it not? So what we have to do, Krishna is telling, engage your eyes, engage your ears, engage your hand, all karmendriya, jnanendriya, senses, all you engage. But at the end of the activity, tell Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Krishna, I performed all these things for your satisfaction. Even if you are going to office, earning for your own self, we can say in between. Krishna, in between, but that is known as traffic control. Like there is a green, after that red comes, stops, everything stops. So stop for a while and tell yourself, till now whatever I did, Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Krishna, what I am going to do also, it is because of your energy I am going to do. You take care. That's all is devotion. That's all. Yesterday we saw that shloka, what was that? 3.27. Prakrite kriyamanani gunaya karmani sarvashaga ahankara vimudatma. This Atma thinks, I am the doer. I, ahankara, I, that aham is false ego. Why we call it as false ego? It's not right. Which is the real I? Real I is the soul. But what we think, real I is the body. But then we also said, no, soul does not act. Soul does not do anything. Then how come who acts? Right? The soul which comes in contact with the material modes of nature. Satoguna, Rajoguna, and Tamoguna. Prakrite Kriyamanani Gunaiha Karmani. So what is this guna? Three modes of material nature. So the soul, when it comes into this world, it comes in contact with the material nature, which is embodied with three modes of gunas. So automatically, that is why you may be thinking, the same person. If you're like your children, they say, same father. Sometimes is so kind. He comes and hugs and kicks. Sometimes same father hits for no reason. Sometimes same father yells at me, even if I have not done anything. So it all guna. In which guna, a living entity is guna in forms. We can even measure ourselves. Early in the morning, why do we say we have to chant? Traffic control is not there. There's no traffic control in our mind and intelligence. Thoughts are not zigzag crossing. So when there is no traffic control, the speed, car of the speed can be increased. You can reach the destination very fast, isn't it? So early in the morning, if you chant, since the mind is controlled at that time, devoid of material thoughts, we can do wonderful chanting. Chanting also, in the beginning, you all may be thinking, I'm not able to concentrate and think. That's fine. What Srila Prabhupada says, it says the 3 stages of chanting. Nama Apra. Initially, everybody does Nama Apra. Okay, without falling down, you can't learn to ride a cycle. Without falling down, without hitting somebody, you cannot learn to ride a bike. You need to fall down. So we commit mistakes when we start chanting Nama Aparadha stage. Then comes Nama Abhasa stage. That is a transition stage from Aparadha to purity. The last stage is Shuddha Nama. Shuddha Nama is not possible even for a, I can't say not possible. It's extremely difficult even for a pure devotee, except for the self-realized souls, Mahajans, Mahatmas, Gurus. Others, it is not possible. Because why? We have not controlled our mind. So whole lesson yesterday, it was all about controlling the mind, isn't it? So today it is jnana, knowledge. So it is unless and until we have the knowledge of how to control the mind or the knowledge how to purify the mind, it is not possible for us to purify ourselves. Okay, so the knowledge is also very, very essential. But at the same time, we have to surrender this knowledge. This knowledge is again not for pride. One problem is there always in jnana. Whoever gets this knowledge, a sort of pride enters them. So we need to be very, very careful. That is the reason, best is bhakti. So first yesterday we saw Karma Yoga. Today we are saying Jnana Yoga. Action performing with knowledge. If you have a sewing machine, okay, but you can't get knowledge how you can. That's it. But you have not learned it. How you have to cut, how you have to insert, you have not learned it. But sewing machine is used for stitching. Can you stitch? Definitely not unless and until we acquire knowledge of how to cut it and how to run the machine. So jnana is very, very essential in order to perform the action in the right direction. So Bhagavadgita gives that. First what we saw, Ishvara. Then we saw the Jiva. Then we saw the karma. Now, the karma, what we perform in contact with the 3 modes of material nature, what all can happen and how to protect oneself from that. It's very, very important chapter. Any knowledge which is given in any book. See, in schools also, there's a prescribed book. If you are studying in CBSE school, there's a prescribed book. You have to study only those chapters which has been prescribed in the book. Studying in state board school, you can't study the syllabus of CBSE. So what has been prescribed? Same here prescribed. What is the prescribed knowledge? The knowledge which comes in parampara. The knowledge comes from Guru to his disciple to his disciple, like that. That is the parampara. So we'll see there is in the next slide. I think there will be one more picture. You'll be able to understand better. But before that, how did Bhagavad Gita come to us? From whom it came? Okay. Just now I said parampara. So we should also know because in this Kali Yuga, you might have seen so many people write Vyakya to Bhagavad Gita for earning their livelihood. Many people even write for earning their bread and butter. So that knowledge be a reliable knowledge. That is why jnana, when we talk about the jnana, should have come in the disciplic succession, in the parampara. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha imam vivasvati yogam proktamanagam avyayam vivasvan manavapraha manu ikshvaka bravit. The Blessed Lord said, I instructed. Lord only tells. So no need to look into whether it is authenticated or not. Krishna himself is telling. I instructed this imperishable science. Full and full Bhagavad Gita is science. as we proceed, I'll keep on introducing one fact of science. But this is the beginning. So just understand it has got cause and effect. What is science? Science will have cause, and what is the effect? What is the cause? You need something, one chemical. If you add these two chemicals in this is the proportion, you will get the third element. Same way, it is science. Bhagavad-gita is also a science. And this yoga was given by the Lord to the sun god. Who was the sun god that time? Vivaswan. Who was Vivaswan? Brahma's son. And from Vivaswan, instructed to his son, Manu. From Manu, the material, that is procreation, started. Before that, Brahma had so many children. All children were not interested in creating progenies, procreation. Example, Sanat Kumaras, Sanat Sanadana Sanadi Sanaka. They they are also Brahma's sons. But they told Brahma, oh, sorry, my dear father, even if you are angry with us, we have no problem. We are not interested in this material world. We have come here for acquiring knowledge. They were Gyanis. They were not Bhaktas in the beginning. They were the pure Gyanis. They only were interested in acquiring, accumulating the knowledge. They were not ready to put them into use. What is the meaning of put them into use? They were not interested in accepting the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But they accepted the Vedas. They did all prescribed duties in the same manner which has been prescribed in Veda. Okay, fine. So the first son of Brahma who started this procreation is Manu, the father of mankind. And Manu in turn instructed to his son Ikshvaku. So you see, the Lord gave it to Brahma, Brahma gave it to his son gave it to his son. That is what is known as Parampara. Anybody without following the instructions of the parampara is someone learns and claims that they are the sadhus, they know the Vedas, that cannot be accepted. Evam parampara praptam imam rajacha yo vidugo sakalena mahata yoga nashta parantapa. The time passes. See, if there is a game, Chinese whisper, everybody might have played. We tell something to somebody, they pass it on, pass it on, pass it on, pass it on. What happens? At the end, there is no head and tail. The first message was something, the last message doesn't have any relevance to the first message. Why? Because by telling, passing on the message to many people, the right meaning gets eroded. So like that, this Bhagavad Gita also lost its original science. Why? Because so many years before, Krishna told to Brahma and his disciples started passing it on. So the right meaning, the right knowledge, the right principles did not reach. So again, Krishna had to come. Again, Krishna had to tell it to somebody so that the right knowledge is perceived. Okay, Hare Krishna. Understood? Okay, doubts at the end, keep writing, otherwise you write in the chat also. Now, parampara, when we say, there are so many paramparas which we follow. Like Brahma parampara, Sri Lakshmi, and Lord Rudra parampara, Kumara parampara, Madhvacharya parampara. So our Srila Prabhupada has given us, that is Gaudiya, Madhva Gaudiya parampara. We follow Gaudiya, Madhvacharya parampara. What it is actually, I'm not getting into very detail. We also worship Radharani, right? So, if you all have gone to Udupi, you might have seen, that is, I'm forgetting the place name, Madhvacharya's ashram is there. So we all follow the principles of science which has been given to us in the, Madhva Parampara. Why? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu followed this. We are all the followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we are the Gaudiya Madhva Parampara. Okay, Hare Krishna. So all the other, see, the ultimate, like, where, Yam Pushpitam Vacham, this is in the second chapter. Vedas give flowery, Flower, flower, flowery language. The Veda sometimes is given to us in a very, very, very deep language. So what happens? Oh, tail pakad liya, pooch pakad liya, sir chhod diya. We say no, the main crust we leave, but we have caught something and we simply blindly we follow something. Is it not? Sometimes it happens. So same way in the Vedas, those who very strictly try to follow the Vedas, it may not be possible for them. Because especially in Kali Yuga, it is not at all possible to follow to the T, we call it as. In English, we call it as to the T. Means what? Every minute detail we have to follow. That's not possible. Sumanda Manda Buddhi Vale, my Kali Yuga. And lifetime also you see. Yeah, now in the next we will see what is the lifespan of which Yuga. In Kali Yuga, the lifespan is very, very less. Hardly, even if somebody lives for 100 plus years, we call it as a, what is that, a Guinness Book record. Is it not? But it was earlier not like that. Brahma says, we are going to see. But what I'm trying to say is, if we try to follow very, very strictly, then what happens? We are not able to follow. So Srila Prabhupada has told us very, very clearly, he has given us the rules, the four principles. The four principles of ISKCON, which everyone has to follow. Anyone knows? Hare Krishna. What are the four rules Srila Prabhupada has given us?
Abstain to any kind of substances which are addicting. Then jap. Then no looking at per stri or per purush. And if you are looking, then it is called like Mataji and Prabhuji. So that even if you are looking, so the bhavna doesn't come of doing anything unspeakable. And fourth, I don't know.
Now, you explained so well, Mataji. So very nice. It is only no meat eating, no intoxication, no illicit sex. Right? Mataji explained so well. So then the last one is no intoxication. Okay? Then meat eating. Then no illicit sex. And no, what is that? Last one.
Gambling, chua,
Gambling.
gambling.
Excellent, Mataji. Very good. So these four are the four pillars of four yuga. That is no meat eating is the mercy factor. No illicit sex is the purity factor. Then no gambling is the truthfulness factor. Then no, see, daya, satyam, tapa, shaucham. Yeah, the third one is austerity. The Satya Yuga was for austerity. Satya Yuga's pillar is austerity. Treta Yuga's pillar is purity. Treta Yuga's pillar is, what do you call that? We go to temples and worship, no? That is Daya, mercy factor. And the Kali Yuga is Satya. So three pillars of the Satya, religion, are broken. The Kali Yuga is only standing on the Satya factor. Daya, Shaucham, and Tapa. Tapa, Shaucham, Daya, all broken. Okay, that's why in Kali Yuga we see the mercy factor is not there. Humans start eating human. You might have heard in Africa, they eat hand, leg of human people only. So absolutely the three legs of religion has gone. So Srila Prabhupada based four rules on the basis of four pillars of Dharma. Okay, Hare Krishna. So Srila Prabhupada always, even otherwise, how was it possible for Srila Prabhupada to convert all the hippies into happies? They all were totally intoxicated. They were not leading a purity life. They did not even know what is illicit success. For them, there's no meaning at all. But Srila Prabhupada gave everybody a chance to convert all those hippies into happies. Okay? Now, yeah, 1 second, the previous. So, he's asking Arjuna, oh, Arjuna, Krishna, you are telling you gave to Sun God and Vivaswan? You're right now standing in front of me, both of us in the same time. How you are saying you gave it before? Then Krishna is explaining about the Yuga. Oh, Arjuna, you were also there with me before, but you have forgotten. I don't forget things. So, how the yugas come? See, only one thing. Don't get perplexed with all these number. Extremely easy to remember. Kali Yuga, last one you see at the end, 4 32 years. That is Kali Yuga. Dwa means 2. So multiply 4 32 into 2, you will get 8 64. Dwa. Tre means 3. So multiply 4 32 by 3, you will get 1296 million. Satya Yuga is 4. So multiply 4 32 by 4, you will get 1728. Very easy. So remember only Kali Yuga is 4 32 years. That is why I so told in Kali Yuga, it's not possible for everyone to learn the Vedas. That is another reason the Lord himself came and he gave the Vedas divided into 4 parts. Otherwise, it was one Veda. In Kali Yuga only it has been divided. Vedavyasa came and divided into 4. Rigveda, Atharva and Samaveda. He divided. So because Kali Yuga people don't know much years, hardly 100 years they live. How can they learn all the Vedas? Not possible. Is it not? So now comes one mantra. So how many mantra put together? Very important thing what you have to know is Brahma's one day is known as Kalpa. One day. So same way 1 day and 1 night put together. It's again very easy, I will tell. Brahma's age is all 4 yugas you have to add. You add all 4. 1 time 4 32. 2 times 4 32. 3 times 4 32. 4 times 4 32. 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, 10. Correct? 4 plus 3, 7 plus 2, 9. That's 1, 10. So 4,32,000 multiplied by 10. That is Brahma's age. So this Kalpa is the 1 day of Brahma. So 4.32 is nothing but 4,32,000 years multiply 10 times. How did you get 10? You added all the yugas. So Brahma's 1 day is equal to all yugas put together. So obviously it is 4,32 into 10. Correct? I hope you all are able to understand very easy. 4 times we add because Satyuga has got 1728. How? 4 times are 432. Treta has got 3 times are 432. So when we add everything, 10 times are 432. Okay? Why it is all said here? Because Arjuna asked, oh Krishna, we are now here together. So Krishna is trying to tell Arjuna, Arjuna, you and I came in the Treta Yuga also, you and I came in the Dwapara Yuga also, you and I came in the Satya Yuga also, but you have forgotten. So same, Brahma's how many years are over now? Now the present Brahma is 50 years old. So you can understand how many more years he has to live. Right? So that is again the same what I told. How many years? His lifespan is 1,000 years. So this 1 day is 432 multiply 10. Then 1,000 years he is going to live. So 1,000 is for 1 day, multiply 1,000, multiply. That was only day I said. So you have to plus 2 times. That is why we are multiplying by 2. That means day and night put together. Then we all know 360 days on an average we have taken. And what is the age of Brahma now? 50 years. So these many years the Brahma has lived already. Now he is 50 years old. So now Yes. Now you see, everything has been converted into million. 6 multiply 432 multiply 10 times. That is converted into million, 1851, and it's 27 cycles of 4 yugas. Manvantara means 6 times of the 4 yugas. And 27 cycle, 27 times Satya Yuga, 27 times Treta, 27 times Dwapara, 27 times and Kali Yuga. All put together, 27 cycles put together, we go to one Manvantara. So 6 Manvantara put together, then we go to Brahma's. Okay, so now precisely Brahma's age is 5121. Okay, Hare Krishna. Now, accepting that before the birth of Manu, the Gita was spoken. Just now we said, before Manu's birth, it was spoken to his father, Ikshvaku. Then Ikshvaku, who gave him his father, sun god, Devaswan. Who gave it to Devaswan? Brahma. Who gave it to Brahma? The Supreme Personality of Godhead. So it has come in Parampara. So this Bhagavad Gita, so in the previous slides you see, Srila Prabhupada was there, no? Wow. See here. Srila Prabhupada, he is in the Parampara of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, Gaura Kishora Baba Dasa, and his Guru, Bhakti Vinoda Thakur, and then Brahma, Narada. Narada got it from Brahma, got it from Krishna himself. That is why we tell the Bhagavad Gita, which has been given to us by Srila Prabhupada, as it is, comes in Parampara. Okay? So, so Krishna is telling everything to Arjuna that how the Gita has come in Parampara. And Prabhupada has very beautifully explained this in his purport, that Ikshvaku got it from his father Brahma. Okay? It is there in the purport. You can all read it. It is there in the 4th chapter also, 8th chapter also. It's beautifully written in the 8th chapter also. So 1 day of Brahma is equal to 10 times of 322, 3,20,000 years, multiplied 2. Why multiplied 2? Morning, day and night put together. So what is 1 hour divided by 24? This is 1 years, right? Divided by Brahma's 1 hour in terms of years. So when you divide it by 24, then you divide by 6, because 60, right? 60 minutes in 1 hour. So in terms of years, if you have to put Brahma's minute, that is equal to 60 lakh years minute. 1 second of Brahma is equal to, because 60 second is equal to 60 minutes. So divide that by 60. So all this is nothing but mathematical calculation. So if you know, years is divided by, because it is 2. So we divided it by 24. Then that you divided by 60. Another divide by 60. You can explain Brahma's age in terms of seconds. This is a very, very, very important shloka. How does Krishna appear? Ajopi sanna vyayatma bhutanam ishwaropi san prakritim swamadishtaya sambhavam yatma mayaya. See, Krishna is never born. Ajopi. Ajanma. I am not born. Why? Because he is eternal. Ajopi sanna vyayatma. The Krishna's body is transcendental body. What is meant by transcendental body? See, we have got sense organs. We can eat only with our mouth. We can see only with our eyes. We can hear only with our ears. But transcendental body means the senses do not play any. That is why they are known as, they are beyond senses. The Lord has created the gunas, but he is gunatit. He is not subject to guna. He is gunatit. He is apart from the gunas. So same way, he He creates the entire universe, but he is not subject to birth and death. So he is never, his body never deteriorates. His body, because he can eat with his eyes also. He can hear with his mouth. That is why he is absolute truth. There is no truth beyond him. If somebody said, that's a beautiful story. If I finish fast, I will tell you. Truth, I said. You remind me the truth story. Narada and truth story, you tell me. This all of you know. Those who have been hearing to Mahabharata. Ida ida ki dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyutanam dharmasya tadatmanam srijamyakam. So Krishna tells, whenever there's a decline in the religion, whenever there's a decline, increase in the irreligious practice. Irreligion goes up, religion, adharma goes up, dharma goes down. Who comes? Krishna. See the irreligion, real brother, just hearing the Akashvani. He is ready to kill his own sister who got just married. 1 minute before he told, he will drive the chariot. He told the charioteer to get up. I will take my sister to her in-laws' place. Doesn't Kansa. 1 minute he heard that Devaki's son is going to kill him. He was ready to kill his own sister. Is it not? That is what irreligion. Dharma has gone. Even Ravana's time, Dharma has gone. Hiranyakashipu, because they were all irreligious. They were not following the Dharma. So Krishna comes to kill these people. Paritranaya sadhuna. To deliver. What is meant by deliver? Help the people to cross over the material ocean from this to the Goloka. That is known as deliver. Deliver whom? Pious people. Those who all are devotees. Okay? And annihilate, cut through, miscreants who are not pious people. Impious people should be thrown out. Pious people should be pushed up to Goloka. So Krishna comes every now and then. Means Krishna expands, takes avatar. But Krishna avatar is not avatar. He himself came. He did not. That is what is meant by avatar. See, Krishna has got 3 energies. Then I can't tell the story. 7th chapter. Exterior energy, marginal energy, and interior. Exterior energy, he creates the material world. Marginal energy creates the living entities. And the internal energy, potency, antaranga shakti, he expands like Rama and Narasimha. So his energy comes. But Krishna is not his energy. Krishna himself came. That's why we should not say Krishna manifested. No. Krishna himself came. Only in Krishna. Okay. Hare Krishna. What is the benefit of knowing Krishna? What will happen once we see everybody in this Kali Yuga is very objective oriented. Yesterday also we saw a slide, here direction. If you do not know where you want to go, you can't achieve the destination. Same way, we all should have an objective in our life, destination of our life. What is that? Go back to Goloka. Where from we have come, we have to go back there only. That should be our objective. For that, what you have to do, very, very important. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and my activities. What are his activities? Just now I told. Transcendental activities. He comes to give pleasure to his devotees. As it was said in the previous sloka, Paritrana Sanduna. No, he can send his representative to kill Kansa. He could have been sitting there and he could have killed Kansa very easily. But there is another secret reason, internal reason. That is to give pleasure to his devotees, to give pleasure to Gopas, to give pleasures to Gopis. Gopas used to fight with him, play Goda Goda. They used to kick him. How, they feel so happy that they played with Krishna. So to give this pleasure to them, the Lord appears again and again. So one who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not upon leaving the body take again birth. So one who knows me, they will come to me. So to know him We need that knowledge. That is why in the 4th chapter, Krishna is telling the knowledge. What is the first knowledge? Krishna is transcendental. He is absolute truth. He is Gunatit. He has got transcendental body. Okay? This is the jnana he gave. Second, what is he giving? Saying, once if you know this fact that I am the Supreme Personality of Godhead and my body is spiritual, then what will happen? You will come to my abode. You will not come again and again. Mrityu samsara sagarat. You will not come. I will help you to go beyond. I told you what was that? Teshamam samuddarata mrityu samsara sagarat. 12th chapter he says, just surrender unto me. I will hold your hand, take you, help you to cross this ocean, take with me. He himself says. So upon leaving this body, nobody takes birth. Who understands Krishna's transcendental body in this material world, but attains my abode. So once you go to his abode, we don't come back. Science, I told no science. Bhagavadgita is science. In the 10th chapter, you will study this. What is the science? But one very important shloka. Krishna says, I myself, once you surrender to me, I myself sit in your heart. I myself light the knowledge, lamp of knowledge, which dispels the darkness in your heart. Avom jnana timirandasya, ajnanam ignorance, timir, darkness. Jnananjana shalakaya, jnana, light. Okay, so Krishna himself says, I am seated in your heart. I light the lamp of knowledge in your heart to dispel the darkness of ignorance. So now you understand. Those who will ask, no, Mataji, what will happen if I do devotion? This is what will happen. He will sit in your heart and light the lamp of knowledge. Okay? Has anybody in history able to understand Krishna? No, not at all possible. Beyond understanding Krishna is. Vitaragam Payakroda Manmaya Mamupashitaka Bhagavo Jnana Tapasa Puta Madbhavamagataga. Now, Vita, Raga, Bhaya, Kroda. Vita means free. Raga means lust, attachment. Bhaya, all of you know, fear. Kroda, anger. So one who is free from Vita. Vita means detached, free from these three. Automatically, their senses will be absorbed in Krishna. Because their senses are not thinking of, oh, I want this. If you don't get, you get angry. If you get, how tasty it is. Can I get more? Lust. So Krishna says, if you are free from all these three, then you will be absorbed in Krishna. You will use these senses for the satisfaction of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. How many senses are involved, you see? Our mind is speaking, hand is working, and mouth is speaking, hand is working, mind is concentrating. Ears are hearing, right? One chanting activity. How many activities we are doing? So what is activity? Activity is nothing but engaging all the senses. Okay? Krishna is saying, once you engage all your senses in the activities which give pleasures to me, you will not come back. Vitaraga bhaya krodha madmana mamu parshitaka. Bhagavo jnana tapaso. That is the real knowledge. One who has this knowledge, he is never going to come back. Naiti mamiti sorjuna. They will not come back. Who are those people who have already attained the Supreme Personality of Godhead and they don't have to come back? They are the Mahajan, 12 Mahajan. Brahma, Shambhu, Shuka, Prahlada, Narada, Janaka, Kumara, Kapilo, Swayambhuva, Bhishma, Bali, Mahajanaka. So there's a shloka, verse in Bhagavatam. These are the 12 Mahajan. Yeah, then you may ask, Bhishma Pitama, Mataji, what happened? He said, Mahatma, Mahajan. That is the reason he had the Ichamrityu. You remember? He had one boom. Whenever he wanted, deliberately only, his soul will leave the body. That's why he was living on the bed of arrow till the time Krishna finished the war and Krishna came and gave him darshan. After he came, he saw his lotus feet, then he left his body. So that means these people are, they are also transcendental. How come Narada goes from one loka to another? So many lokas he keeps traveling, right? How is he able to do? Because he is a Mahajan. He need not walk only with his leg. That they are transcendental bodies. Any sense can perform any activity. They are not bound by the senses. Krishna's form is spiritual. Our form is temporary. That's why we are, Krishna is Aja. We are Janma. We keep taking birth and again. So we are Janama. Krishna is Ajanma. He never takes birth. Krishna is a controller. We are controlled. So Krishna is a controller of Maya. We will see in the same chapter, last shloka, 5.29. Same will be same thing which was explained in the previous slide, will be beautifully explained once again. The last shloka, 5.29. Peace formula shloka. एतामां प्रपद्यन्ते तां सतैव भजाम्यहम् मम वर्तमानुवर्तन्ते मनुष्याः पार्थ सर्वशः. So you may be asking, Mataji, why she gets always 100? Not me. Obviously, she might have been studying day and night. So you can't say, my neighbor has got so much of Krishna mercy, I don't have. They may be all the time totally surrendered to Krishna. So they have got Krishna's mercy. You also surrender, you will also get. So what is the meaning? Yayatama patyante. How much you endeavor. Krishna endeavors more than that. You give 5% to him, he will give you 10%. So yayatama patyante. However, how much ever I surrender, directly proportional. Krishna's mercy is numerically proportional to our surrender. You 100% surrender, he will give you 200% mercy. 50% you surrender, he will give you accordingly mercy. So it all depends how much yayata mam prapatyante, how much you surrender. See a cow totally surrendered, and the cow doesn't have to look for food. Krishna's arrangement. See, beautifully, Krishna has created so many animals. Yes or no? So many animals. Who feeds the animals? They all eat on their own. For that, he has created the forest. In the forest also, you see, the crawling creatures, what we call reptiles, they eat the insects which is on the land. But at the same time, a little higher order animal, what do they eat? Plants. Little more. Trees. See, giraffe, why he is so tall? If all the animals of the same size, the leaves of the same level would finish. So to take care of every single living entity, Krishna has given them heights. Giraffe only can eat the topmost branch. Nobody else compete with them. Also, he will have food. So Krishna is ensuring. Giraffe will not come down and eat. Giraffe will eat, which is. Have you ever seen giraffe eating grass from the ground? Not possible. Because it can't bend. So that is a beautiful creation. So the cow, Krishna has created milk for the cow. So one who surrenders to Krishna, he will take care of them. But we don't surrender, no. If you surrender, accordingly. You surrender 10%, he will give you mercy 10%. Like that. Kankshantah permanam siddhim yajanta ika devataka kipram kimanushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. Men in this world desire success. Who does not want success? Anybody here? You tell Mataji, we don't want any success. Even if we fail, we are very happy. We will not even endeavor more in order to succeed. Anybody? No. Everybody wants success. Every single living entity I say. Even if a dog and a cat fighting, if a dog thinks he has to win, cat thinks she has to win. Everybody wants to win. So a person who is performing fruitive activity also wants to succeed. Therefore, they worship the demigod. See, everything is in alignment. If you want rain, worship Indra. Same way, that air, so terrestrial, what do you call that? Tufan, what do you call? Tsunami. Then, who got angry? Who? Vayu who, sorry, Vayu. Vayu got angry, right? Vayu Bhagavan, Varna Bhagavan. But they all work in consciousness. You see now, water, same water, with the help of the sun, evaporates, with the help of the moon, condense, same water comes out. It's all in arrangement, is it not? So Krishna knows he's arranged everything for everybody. If we do not fight with the lust and greed, there will be no scarcity at all. There's so much elephant needs. Have you ever heard elephants died of hunger? Not at all. No elephant dies of hunger. Huh? Okay. So men in this world desire success in fruitive activities, and therefore they worship the demigods because they give instant result. Today you do the yajna, tomorrow they will give you the rain. But Krishna is not like that. You ask Krishna, he will first think, if he gives it, will you be happy or not? If you're not going to be happy, he won't give it to you at all. You may be thinking Krishna is not listening to you. Giving it and taking it back is more painful. Imagine a couple not having a child at all. They are praying. For their karma, the child is not returned. So Krishna didn't give. These days, so many n number of unnatural ways. So what happens? They adapt one of the unnatural way. And most of the time, before the birth, the child is born still. That means that was not in their karma also. How much ever they try, finally the Lord has to sanction. But that's what here. Devata and the Maya Devi, Durga, we all pray for instant gratification. But Krishna will give only when something is good for us. Hare Krishna. Chaturvarnyam maya sricham gunakarma vibhagashaga tasya kartaram apimam vidya kartaram avyayam. Chaturvarnam, I have been telling. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Guna karma vibhagashaka. They are not by birth. They are by profession. Not by birth. Nowadays, if somebody borns in the Brahmana family, even if he is a businessman, he is a Brahmana, we call it as. But here it is not. If he is a businessman, he is a Vaishya. If he is a king, he is a Kshatriya. If he is a Brahmana, so what is the duty of the Brahmana? Patanam, Yachanam, Yajanam. They have to learn Patanam. Patanam, they have to preach the Vedas after learning it. Yachanam. They are not supposed to earn plenty. They are supposed to go to different people's home, ask for Bhiksha. Only that they are supposed to eat. But nowadays, why no rain on time or flood? Nothing happens on time according to the rules of nature. Because we don't follow all these things. We are eating for the sense gratification. That is the satisfaction of our tongue. Not for the sake of honoring prasadam. That is why. So Chaturvarnyam Maya Srishtam. I have created. This is my energy. Gunakarma vibhagacha. How did I create? On the basis of their profession. So there should not be interchangeability. That is the reason the society is so corrupt now, because a Brahmana becomes a trader, Vaishya becomes a king. That is why. According to the three modes of material nature, the worker ascribed to them was very intelligent. Modes of nature, Sattva Guna. He's a Brahmana. So the duty also has been given to him accordingly. Learn Vedas, spread the Vedas. Then comes, although Krishna is saying, although I am the creator of the system, you should know that I am yet the non-doer. Don't think I'm only personally sitting and see, I am creating, it doesn't mean he doesn't have to sit and create with his hands and other energies. Not at all. He just glances the Mahat Tattva. In the Karnodakshaya ocean, he glances the Mahat Tattva. Entire universe is created. He doesn't have to do it with his hand. Okay, so that is why he is saying, although I am the creator of this system, I am the non-doer. I don't perform all these things personally. They are unchangeable. Nobody can change this fact that any Devata will create the universe. Not possible. Only the Supreme Personality of Godhead will create the universe. It's a creation, maintenance, and annihilation. He will create, he will maintain, he will annihilate. Nobody else can do this. So that is why if any in Kali Yuga somebody claims them to be, see, I am the Lord, worship me, do abhishekam to me, surrender on my feet, immediately ask them, can you create this world and show? Can you create one person sitting here, one human being? Simply, can you create and show? If not, conquer God. You tell them. Then how can we accept you as the God? Namam karmani limpanti name karma palaspiraga iti mam yo bhicha janati karma bhirmasa madhyate. Naman karmani limpanti. I am one of the factors for doing the activities. How he does the activity? He is sitting in everybody's heart in the name of Paramatma. And because of that, we are able to perform action. So Krishna is saying, there is no work that affects me, nor do I aspire for the fruits of the action. I don't perform any action. I don't expect any benefit of the action. Even if I have to perform some action, say for example, killing Hiranyakashipu, he came and killed him. He performed the action. But he is not subject to say, oh, he killed one person. He has done papa karma. Now he will have to undergo papa. No, not for God. Okay? So there is no work that affects me, not to aspire the fruits of the action. One who understands this factor about me does not become entangled in the material nature, entangled in the three gunas, material, sattva, raja, tamo gunas. Actually, if we sit in the car, do we have to control the gear or the steering, or the steering will control us? Obviously we need to. So once we have taken birth, gunas should not be controlling us. Rather, we should know how to overcome those gunas, and we should be controlling those gunas. One who understands this truth about me also does not become entangled. What is meant by entanglement? Any work you do that is subject to either punya or papa. That is why only performing any action for the satisfaction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead only is free from any sin. All others are binding. Binding means what? Either it's punya or papa. Why do we call it as binding? Because to reap those benefits, we have to come back again. Everybody has to come back. Okay, so that is why we say we should be like the water on the lotus leaf. We should not get attached to anyone. We should not get attached to any person. We should live like a water droplets on the lotus leaf. See, Krishna did not have any pride when Sudama came. Dwarapalaka came and told, see, like this, your friend has come. He understood. He ran outside. He was not contaminated. Oh, no, no, no. I am the king. I should not go. That person only should come and fall on my feet. No, he was not bound by any material nature. He ran, took Sudama, brought him. He washed his hand. Krishna washed Sudama's hand and gave him so many opulences and sent him home back. Isn't it? So there is no work that affects me, nor do I aspire for the fruits of action. One who understands this truth about me also does not become entangled. How they don't become entangled? Because once they understand Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, all their actions will be only for the pleasure of the Lord. So any activity you do for the pleasure of the Lord, you are not contaminated. Okay? See, the Gopas went to herd the cows. They went for Krishna. Okay? Yes, this is gunas. Daivi guna and asuri guna. Karmano hyapi bodhavyam cha vikarmanah akarmanascha bodhavyam gahana karmano gatihi. See, you will also learn about this Daiva Asura Guna Sampati Vibhaga Yoga. In the 16th and 17th chapter, you will learn a lot about it. So the Krishna says that, intricacies of the action are very, very hard to understand. If I perform this action, what benefit I will get, whether plus or minus, negative effect or positive effect. We can't decide. Only Krishna knows. So that is why when at least we are in the good senses, when we have to perform action, we need to think the Lord sitting in my heart is watching me. I need to perform only those kind of activities which will help the children to, like, for a teacher. The example is for a teacher. Teacher in a class should, yesterday we saw that shloka, you remember? Yadyad acharati shreshta. The scholarly people, I told the example of Kapil Dev and Sachin Tendulkar. So if actually a teacher, if she or he wants to teach children, what they have to do? They have to first practice. That's a proverb, right? Practice first, then preach. So any activity, if we want to perform, that is divided into Daivi Pravritti activity or Asuri Pravritti. So if the king is of an Asuri nature, as I told, Ravana and Hiranyakashipu, even Devatas were afraid. Devatas were afraid of Hiranyakashipu. So whatever Hiranyakashipu told, did that only. They were not given liberty to think whether that activity is Papa Karma, impious or pious activity. They were compelled by Hiranyakashipu to perform that kind of action. So we do not know. So actually here why it is said, Arjuna is scared. Oh, if I kill everybody. So Krishna is saying that. Intricacies of action, Arjuna, you don't know. I know. On my order, if you kill all of them, will you get a papa or punya? You are not supposed to worry about it. I know what you will do. So don't worry about that. Karma pala. So Krishna is telling straight away, get up and start fighting. That's what he said, right? So the intricacies of action are very hard to understand. Therefore, one should know properly what action is, what forbidden action is, what inaction is. Beautiful. This is what is today's chapter. This is the knowledge everyone is supposed to have. What knowledge? Which action binds? Which action? Nishkama karma. Forbidden action, if you do, it binds. Even prescribed duties you do, then also it will bind. So which action will not bind you? That is the inaction. Akarma. What is akarma? Devotional service. Devotional services are akarma. Okay, sir, transcendental. See, Narada only came. I told the story. Now, whatever action Narada does, he is not bound by the benefit of the same. So finally, tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashrena sevayam upateshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattva darshinaga. So approach spiritual master. Ask him politely, what am I supposed to do? So whatever they tell you, do. That's all Krishna is telling Arjuna. Arjuna, I am telling you, you fight. No intricacy. Go and fight. So simply follow Guru's instruction. There will be no binding. We are not bound by the material nature if we act at the order of Guru. So we have to ask him very politely, Guru Maharaj, what is your instruction for me? The heart self-realized. No. Who is a self-realized soul here? Gurus. They will impart knowledge. Oh, my dear disciple, Do this or don't do this. See, when yesterday I told no, or day before, Srila Prabhupada in America, 4 devotees, raw, did not know anything, told them, go to London and open temple. They were afraid, Prabhupada, what to do? No. Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashrena seveya. Whatever the Guru gives action, you have to go on to. So Parampara we saw first, which is Parampara 6 Sampradayas we saw. And from Brahma to Srila Prabhupada we saw. Then comes a divine nature, that is Divyam, transcendental. Lord's nature is transcendental. All the devotional activities are transcendental activities. It will not bind you. That is why they are karma. That's why they are inaction. In the previous slide we saw. All devotional activities are divyam. Paramam divyam shashwatam. Ajam ayam purano. Brahma Samhita once again. So there, Brahma is worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead as divyam. All paths lead to Krishna, whether you worship Devata or the Supreme Personality of Godhead. See, whether you eat like this or put the food like this, ultimately the stomach only is going to get it. Same way, how much ever or however you worship whomsoever, ultimately we are worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead. A karma which will bind you, but there is no expectation. You are not expecting anything and do. So yoga, that is without any expectation. Karma is with the expectation, fruitive actions. Vikarma, devotional action. Akarma, sorry, karma expecting some results. Big karma impious, which has not been prescribed by the Vedas. Akarma is the devotional activities which will not bind us. Karma will bind us. Okay? Vikarma will push you down to animal planetary kingdom. Akarma will take us to Goloka, attaining guna through yajna. So any activity, yajna here means sacrifice. A person can sacrifice in 3 modes. This again in very, very detail. We will learn in 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay? See, a small example I'll give. I'm donating 1 lakh rupees. I will write a check. I will show it, a big check. Somebody will click, post it in Instagram. Are you able to understand? That is what is the austerity which is done in Tamoguna. Austerity which is done in Satoguna, I may donate to the temple. I will not tell anybody. Nobody knows. Understood? Tamoguni people can donate to clubs. Rajoguna also. So that is what attaining yajna through, jnana through yajna. Means of attaining jnana. Only one way. How? Approach the spiritual master. No other way, no other way, no other way. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, no. Hare Krishna, Namayeva, Chalav Natyeva, Gatir Anyata. Only chant the name of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's it. There is no other way, no other way, no other. Hare Krishna. I'll finish the story as I told you very fast. That is the, once for the faith, transcendental and faith, transcendental activity for that. Very, very short, I'll finish. Narada was, going Narayana. One Pujari, the Pandit, he saw, oh, Narada Muni, where are you going? He said, I'm going to Golokha to meet the Lord. I have some work. Oh, is it? Okay. Can you please ask that Supreme Personality of Godhead, when will I go to him? In which birth I will go to him? Okay, I will ask. Then again, Narayana, he was going. He saw one cobbler, means who was mending the shoes. He also saw Nardamuni. Nardamuni, where are you going? I am going to meet the Supreme Personality of God. Nardamuni, when you ask him, when will I go to his abode? Okay. So Nardamuni went, asked also. Then, what did the Lord say? Brahmana will come back to me after 1,000 birth. Cobbler will come back to me in this birth only. Narada Muni was so shocked. How is it possible? He doesn't know Veda at all. He recites Veda. Then immediately So Supreme Personality of Godhead said, only one thing you do, you will understand. What is it one thing they will ask you? What did the Lord say? You simply say that, I'm stopping screenshot. You simply tell them that when you met me, I was threading the elephant through the eye of the needle. Threading the elephant through the eye of the needle. Eye of the needle, we put the thread, right? So the Lord is saying, I was, Hare Krishna, Negamataji is posted the attendance, Hari Bol. Devotees, please fill in the attendance and by hearing to this story. So you just go and tell them the Lord was threading, instead of a thread, he was threading the elephant through the eye of the needle. Okay, he didn't understand, he came back. So he met the Pandit. Yes, Pandit, oh, Nardamani, you came back. Yes, yes, yes. Did you go there? Yeah. Did you see the Lord? Yes. What did the Lord say? You will go back to him after 1,000 years. He said, Narada Muni, that itself tells, like, you might not have gone there only. You are simply telling lie. You tell me one thing. What was the Lord doing when you went to meet him? He said the Lord was threading the elephant through the needles. That itself shows Narada Muni, you didn't even go there. Is it possible to thread the elephant through the needle of the eye? Sorry, Narada Muni, you have also started telling lies. He was teasing him. Narayana, Narayana, he went again. Nothing bothers Narada Muni. He is transcendental. So he went. The cobbler asked. He told the same, you will go in this birth only. He said, what was the Lord doing when you saw him? He was threading the elephant through the eye of the needle. He started jumping. Wow, my Lord, what is not possible for my Lord? With a small, what do you call? Neem tree. You all might be knowing, no? That neem tree has got a small seed. So we say the small seed, if the Lord can create such a big tree with a small seed, we can get so many fruits, etc., everything. What is not possible for the Lord? Lord can do anything. He can thread. Even if there is any animal bigger than elephant, also he can uh, thread through the needle's eye. Narada Muni understood. This is what is a Shraddha. So the Shraddha makes us to reach Lord's abode. That is why Bhakti starts from Shraddha. Then Sadhu Sangha Bhajana Kriya and all comes. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you so much, my dear devotees, for very, very patiently listening to me. And kindly forgive me if I have said anything wrong. If you have any other knowledge you want to share, you are most welcome. Hare Krishna. Any doubt in the chat? Stopping the recording.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, Mataji, it was